is the Deputy House Republican leader. Let's welcome back to the show Dave Rutigliano. Representative, good morning.
Good morning, Gary.
Great to have you with us.
Great to have you. I can't believe you're paying under $10,000 in property taxes. But here's the question: what were you paying 5 years ago?
Oh, much less.
Much less, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all relative to the town that you live in. It depends what their rate is, right?
Well, many better-run towns, even though your property values went up during reevaluation, they lowered their mill rates, sort of keep you level or only have a slight increase. There's other towns where their grand list, meaning the commercial end of things, has dropped so significantly that the regular homeowners or people who live in their houses are getting pounded.
Yeah, and I think you're seeing more of that, aren't you?
Yes, most definitely.
All right. So talk about this this House Republican state property tax credit.
Well, before Dan Malloy, the world's best governor, everybody got $500 tax credit, regardless of income, regardless of anything. You were able to write off $500 on your state income tax for your property tax. Dan Malloy took that down to zero. The governor put it back a few years ago with a maximum of $300, but then they income tested it. So really, it only applies to a very small amount of people. If you're making $100,000, even as a family, you get zero. So I don't know how many people who make $49,500, which is the $300 level, own their own home. I mean, I hope they do, but it doesn't seem too likely. So what we've done is we've tripled it. We've taken it from a max of $3,000 to a max of $1,000, and then we've also significantly raised the income levels. So a family of four, or a family making $200,000, is where the cutoff is. So if you're making $150,000 to $200,000, you get a $400 credit, which is $100 more than is currently offered. Well, here we go again, Gare. 2017, we passed the budget with the fiscal guardrails. We inject some fiscal sanity into the system here in Connecticut. We have a robust rainy day fund now of $4-point-something billion. All the money extra overflows the rainy day fund and is supposed to pay off our long-term debt, shear up our pension debt, get rid of some of our bonding debt. And that has worked so remarkably that we're saving about $700 million just in interest. Well, the Democrats stood up and said, oh, aren't we so lucky we have all this money left over? Let's start spending it. So that's where we got universal child care from. That's where so now they want to go into special session and sweep that money, $600 million or $500 million, and say, well, that rascals in Washington may cut us a little bit. We're going to set this money aside and then spend it as we need it. So we're saying if we have this much leftover money, which we do, and we have now decided not to pay off our debt, which we thought was a laudable goal long term, we'll give it back to the taxpayers. Right. It's not our money.
Yeah.
Listen, the governor the other day said it was a good idea.
Well, there you go.
You never know. There's always hope. The problem is if they sweep this money, they've already swept $1.1 billion in overages, right? So they're going to spend it. So that should have went back to the taxpayer, or it should have retired long-term debt. I know that the fiscal guardrails and the conversations about all this extra money, they don't understand it, or it's hard to explain. But that money had a different intention. It was supposed to pay off our pension debt, retiree health care, and our long-term debt, which under Dan Malloy exploded so much. It put our state so far behind. And we're really doing okay.